Welcome to English 1020. Here you will learn the basics of writing as well as how to grow as a writer. This course challenges you to do more than just write. It demands that you think critically, and it also teaches you to analyze what you read and watch. Many people forget that it does take time to get the process started and executed effectively. Now, I stayed off campus without a computer to do my work, which adds to the complication of doing English homework. Let's get some advice from my neighbor. What type of advice can you give anybody taking freshman English?
Uh, no procrastination, please. It's gonna make you fail. Show up to class on time. Don't wait. Speaking of procrastination, don't wait till the last day to do your paper. You got a 4-page paper. Why wait the day before to do it? Second, talk to your teacher. All the teachers really will help you if you need help. If you go talk to them and tell them, I need help, even though you failing your test or whatever, or you're not doing good on your papers, they're willing to help you. That's one thing I can say about them, and that's just basically it. If you don't understand, ask.
So don't try to go nowhere. Look at you. Hey, so what do you think the most vital thing is to completing papers on time? You know what I'm saying? People always procrastinate. Everybody knows the word procrastination. Like, what type of advice can you give people to not procrastinate? Like, how do you not procrastinate?
See, what I do is, like, if I have a 4-page paper, and usually the teachers give you about a week or so to do it, or 2 weeks, I just do a page a day. Do a page a day, and you'll be done. And then the other 2 days that you have, or 3 days you have left, just go over it and make sure that it's done right, it's complete. You don't need to change any errors, unless somebody else look up. That's about it.
That's real. There you have it. The boy KVO got the advice on English 1020 for you. So, get your papers done on time. English 1020 is not rocket science. Most people who aren't good at writing don't know where to begin when they receive an assignment. The first thing to do is make sure you completely understand the assignment and what your professor wants from your piece. Asking yourself questions like, what is the significance of my topic and is it relevant to the assignment? Once you're comfortable with your task, then the topics should not be hard to come by. Ask your professor for tips or concept ideas because that's always helpful. You want to be sure you're going in the right direction with your paper. The writing process is not something everyone can master the first time. English 1020 is definitely a step up from 1010 because the expectations are higher. Let's get another opinion. Alright, so I have one of my classmates here. I'm going to ask her a question. She's going to give me an answer. It's going to help you guys out. So, what do you believe is the most important thing about the writing process?
I think one of the most important things is knowing how to develop and execute one's idea.
That's a good point to make. So, what do you think the first steps are in executing your idea?
First of all, developing your idea.
Developing.
I think outlining, brainstorming, and then outlining your idea, and then I guess I would say manifest it, so that way it becomes real within you, so that way you can live and breathe it, and then that way you can really put it onto paper.
That's good. So there you have it. What's your classification?
I am a senior at TSU.
You have a senior here at TSU. She's doing her thing, as always, on computer, making her ideas come to life. So there you have it first. Would you say developing the idea, executing the idea?
I would say I'm going to add a step. Developing, manifesting, and executing.
Yeah. So all of those are good points to make in the writing process. English 1020 has been a key instrument in the growth of my writing. I had a great professor who was never hesitant in getting our opinions on the issues. The step into growth was when she challenged us to form our opinions, stick to them, and back them up with support and evidence. My favorite part of the course was learning the different ways to form a thesis. For example, while most students say their last draft should be perfect, I believe that papers can always be improved, which shows how most students haven't embraced the concept of growth in their writing. A strong concept for your paper is always a plus. It gives you something to play with until you feel secure with the entire piece. There's obviously a lot to learn about English 1020, but you made it here, So it's time to embrace your growth. Alright, so as y'all heard KVO earlier, he told you all that procrastination was a big thing with writing. You shouldn't be a procrastinator, you should do your papers on time. And if you're having trouble with any of your papers, make sure you talk to your professor. Your professor is God in the situation. They hold your grade, so you need to make sure you have a good relationship with that professor and make sure that they understand what you do or do not understand so that they can better help you. Also, you had Jessica who told you about the writing process, which key points that she made were, what did she say, y'all? See, I should have been paying attention. She said to develop your idea and to manifest it and then execute it. So those are some good points as well. Now, what I would say, the advice that I would give is be yourself. That's a good one. Yeah, be yourself in your writing. Let yourself come out through your writing. I hate when I read somebody's material and it sounds like they're trying to be like somebody else or mimic another story or even mimic somebody else's dialect. Like, don't use words that you don't know or that you don't normally use. And don't get it twisted thinking that your speech has to sound like your paper. Like, sometimes I can talk, you know what I'm saying? I can talk regular, woo woo woo. But when I write a paper, my paper has to be very articulate and concise and precise and to the point and make sense. Make sure you make sense. That's a good one too. I'm about to put all of this in writing form so y'all can see it. Hold on.